बिना ये ज्ञान का रे मनवा,
बिना ये ज्ञान का रे मनवा,
गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान का रे मन, गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान बिना ये धिय अधूरा,
ज्ञान बिना ये अधूरा,
हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं,
हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं,
बिना ये ज्ञान का रे मनवा, बिना
ये ज्ञान का रे मनवा,
काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल,
काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल,
अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन,
अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन,
काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल,
काम क्रोध मद लोभ मोह मिल,
अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन,
अहंकार है जीव का दुश्मन,
भक्ति विनय से सेवा भाव से,
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 जानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मनवा,
जानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मनवा,
पहचानो ये गुरु महिमा रे मन, पहचानो
ये गुरु महिमा रे मनवा,
ज्ञान बिना ये धिय अधूरा,
ज्ञान बिना ये अधूरा,
हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं,
हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं,
बिना ये ज्ञान का रे मनवा, बिना
ये ज्ञान का रे मनवा,
नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी,
नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी,
हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी,
हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी,
नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी,
नित्य निरंतर अंतर्यामी,
हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी,
हृदय विराजे मेरे स्वामी,
कैसे पाऊं उस भगवान भगवान को।
कैसे पाऊं उस भगवान को,
कैसे पाऊं उस भगवान को,
कैसे पाऊं उस भगवान को।
गुरु कृपा के बिना रे मनवा,
गुरु कृपा के बिना रे मनवा,
गुरु दया के बिना रे मनवा,
गुरु दया के बिना रे मनवा।
ज्ञान बिना ये ध्येय अधूरा,
ज्ञान बिना ये अधूरा,
हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं,
हरि चरण कमल कैसे पाऊं।
बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा,
बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा।
गुरु बिना ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मन, गुरु बिना।
ये ज्ञान कहाँ रे मनवा।
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर।
पल पल छिन छिन घड़ी घड़ी निस दिन, पल पल छिन छिन
घड़ी घड़ी निस दिन,
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर,
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर।
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर।
प्रात समय की शुभ वेला में,
रात समय की शुभ वेला में,
संध्या समय की पुलकित रजनी,
संध्या समय की पुलकित रजनी,
रोम रोम से निकले तेरे,
रोम रोम से निकले तेरे,
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर,
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर।
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर।
गहरा सागर टूटी नैया,
गहरा सागर टूटी नैया,
जीवन तरण प्रेम सरस रस रोज पिए जा,
प्रेम सरस रस रोज पिए जा।
पार करेंगे राम जपा कर,
पार करेंगे राम जपा कर,
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर।
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर।
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर।
पल पल छिन छिन घड़ी घड़ी निस दिन,
पल पल छिन छिन घड़ी घड़ी निस दिन।
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर।
राम जपा कर, राम जपा कर।
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर,
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर।
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर।
चंचल मन नित राम जपा कर।
श्री राम जय जय राम,
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री 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 राम जय जय राम।
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 अतुलित बलधामं हेमशैलादेहं दनुजवन कृशानं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। So till now we have seen
Hanumanji burns the Lanka, comes back successful. He meets all the monkeys, and along with Sugriva and Jambavan, go to meet Bhagavan. Jambavan explains, "Oh Bhagavan, what Hanumanji has done, even with thousands of mouths we cannot narrate." And then Bhagavan looks at Hanuman. Hanumanji gives a message of Sita Mata. Then Bhagavan says, "Hanuman, you have done so much for me. I am so grateful to you. I am not even able to stand in front of you. I am not even able to look at you." With tears of gratitude, Bhagavan is telling this. I don't think in this life I will ever be able to come out of this depth which you have created. So then Hanumanji was very happy that Bhagavan was pleased with his seva. But then Hanumanji was worried about his ego, because Bhagavan himself is praising him. A great golden chain. It is a chain, though made of gold. So what does Hanumanji do? Falls at the feet of Bhagavan, saying, "Trahi, Trahi, Bhagavan, save me." He remains at the feet of the Lord. Bhagavan is trying to lift him. He is not in a mood to get up. Finally, Bhagavan blesses Hanumanji, lifts him up, hugs him, makes him sit next to him. Then asks, "Hanuman, how did you do this? Crossing the ocean, burning the Lanka, how did you do this?" So Hanumanji said, "Bhagavan, we monkeys know only one thing." What is that? Jumping from one branch to another. It is all because of your grace. What is not possible because of your grace? And then Bhagavan, you said that, "What can I give you?" No, Bhagavan, there is one thing which you can give. And what is that? Anapayini Sukhadayini Bhakti. Bhagavan gave that devotion, unwavering devotion, single-pointed devotion at your lotus feet. Bhagavan said, "Tathastha." So here again Bhagavan calls him Tata, my dear son. Sita Mata also is called Hanumanji, my dear son. You see? So literally Hanumanji was, he had conquered the heart of Sita Mata and Bhagavan. So that is why Hanumanji is a role model for all of us. How a devotee should be. On one side you are fulfilling all your responsibilities. On the other side there is absolutely no ego, because deep down you know everything is happening because of grace of God. Fine. All the monkeys, they chant Jai Shri Ram when Bhagavan blesses Hanumanji with devotion. All of them gather. So now what to be done? Let us proceed. So then all the monkeys gathered, led by their commanders. So Bhagavan looked at all of them, these monkeys, the bears, and now they are going to fight with the powerful Danavas, Rakshasas. There is no match, because these monkeys are the food for the Rakshasas. So how are they going to fight with them? But they were all in full spirits, all the monkeys. But Bhagavan knew the reality. So then what does Bhagavan do? Just compassionately he looks at all of them. And that mere look was enough. All these monkeys become very, very powerful. Bhagavan infuses strength into them. So these monkeys become so powerful, they become like huge mountains which can even fly. Flying huge mountains. That was the strength infused into them. Just by a look, a gracious look of the Lord. All of them proceeded towards the seashore, gathered there. And now the scene shifts to Lanka. So after Hanumanji is burning the entire Lanka, every Lankavasi was terrified. Mandodari came to know through her spies. Everybody was scared. This was a talk of tongue. This one Dutta did this. What will happen if the master himself comes to Lanka? Everybody was scared. So Mandodari goes, privately meets Ravana, falls at his feet, pleads, "Oh Lord, please give Sita back. That is the only thing which is good for you." But Ravana doesn't listen. He said, no, it's an auspicious sign. All monkeys are coming here. We will have a good feast. Because monkeys are food for Rakshasas. It's an auspicious sign. These women are always like this. When something auspicious happens, they see only inauspicious omen. That's saying. He goes to his court. Then he asks, what is the latest news? Breaking news. So then the spy comes and says, "Oh Lord, all of them have gathered, your enemy, they have gathered at the seashore, the other side of the sea. What should be done? Oh Lord, nothing need to be done. Because you are a person who has conquered Devatas. What are these monkeys and human beings?" But at that time, Vibhishana comes. And he says, "Oh Lord, anyone who is a slave of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, they are all gateways to hell. Unfortunately, you are being overpowered by all this. So, oh Lord, the best thing is give up Sita Mata and then surrender to Bhagavan. He is not an ordinary human being. He is the Lord of the universe, all powerful. He is all compassionate. He will forgive all your mistakes, sins. Surrender to Him. That is what is good for you." But then Ravana is in no mood to listen. Finally, Ravana kicks Vibhishana and said, "Get out. You are praising my enemy here. You eat my food, stay in my place and praise my enemy. Get out." Kicks him. So finally Vibhishana says, "I have done what I am supposed to. Now I am leaving. Brother, don't blame me if something happens." He goes. Along with him, 2 other ministers also join him. So now Vibhishana is going to surrender unto the Lord. And now he is having all those, sweet imaginations. I am going to see that lotus feet of the Lord. That lotus feet is just joy given to all devotees. I am going to see that lotus feet which purified Ahalya and freed her from all sins. Those lotus feet which Sita Mata meditates always in her heart. Those lotus feet which ran behind that golden deer. That lotus feet whose padukas are worshipped by Bharata. I am going to see that. So he was so excited, overjoyed. And now finally he lands up on the other shore. Immediately he is surrounded by all the monkeys. "Who are you?" So he says, "I am brother of Ravana." Message was sent to Bhagavan. Bhagavan asked Sugriva, what should be done? Sugriva said, "Bhagavan, he is from the enemy line. He must be caught, imprisoned. What else? Maybe he must have come to take all our secrets." Then Bhagavan says, "Sugriva, yes, from from your standpoint, you are right. But I have taken a vow. Anyone who comes to me seeking shelter, I will never refuse him. I will protect that person, even if it means giving away my life. Like my own life, I will protect. This is my promise. Sugriva, let me tell you one thing. Wicked people, people with sinful tendencies, they will never come to me. It is only pure-hearted people who come to me. The very fact that he has come shows that he is a pure-hearted person. But in case, if he has come with evil intentions, then also there is nothing to worry, because Lakshmana is there. Single-handedly he can finish all the dharmas. But if he has come with right intention, then it is my duty to protect him. In whatever the case may be, bring him. So thus, instruction was followed. All the monkeys, they go. Hanumanji was also there in order to receive Vibhishana. With all due respect, Vibhishana is brought in front of Bhagavan. So now Vibhishana is walking in front, others are there behind. Vibhishana is going to meet Bhagavan. Now what happens? As Vibhishana walks, he sees Bhagavan seated there. And there is a narration of the beauty of Bhagavan. What is the narration? Eyes, lotus eyes, an embodiment of beauty. Even crores of Kama Devatas cannot match that beauty. Shyamala Varna. Shyamala means what? Not fair, only dark. Shoulders like the shoulder of a lion. You see? See, when Bhagavan takes an avatar, so the body also will be according to the work to be done. So here it is a Kshatriya avatar. So that body also is a muscular body. The shoulders like that of a lion. Broad chest. Lotus eyes. That eyes are also reddish in color. So all those descriptions are there. And see the beauty of Bhagavan. Vibhishana forgot to close, wink his eyes. He was just looking at the beauty. An embodiment of beauty. Then what happens? Vibhishana just does a Dandavat Namaskar. Danda means a stick. Dandavat Namaskar means what? Just like a stick falling on the ground. Straight. He does a namaskar. And then he introduces himself. Of course, he introduces and then does namaskar. So how does he introduce himself? Nath dasanan kar mein bhrata Nishichar vamsa janma suratata Sahaj papa priyatamas deha Jatha ulukahi tamaparaniya. Oh Bhagavan, this is me. Let me introduce myself. I am the brother of your enemy. The son, 10-headed Ravana, I am his brother. Nishichara Vamsha, I belong to the demon race. Janma Suratrata, by birth, we are the enemies of Devatas. Sahaja Papa Priya Tamasa Deha. The body is tamasic and it is our very nature to commit all kinds of sins. By birth we are sinners. Inferior to the core. Absolutely wicked, crooked, everything. Embodiment of all vices. Bhagavan, this is me. So just like owl loves darkness, in the same way we people, we love this darkness of ignorance. So therefore, I am an embodiment of ignorance, O Lord. So when I look at myself, I have absolutely no hope. But when I look at you, I have some hope. Who are you? Shravana sujasu suniyayahu Prabhu Bhanjana Bhavabhir Trahi trahi arati harana Sarana sukhadara ghubir. Bhagavan, I have come because I have heard that you are Bhanjana Bhavabhir. You are the one who puts an end to all fears of this samsara, this terrible ocean of samsara. Yes, you are an embodiment of compassion. You put an end to all affliction, suffering of those who surrender to you. So now this is the only hope I have. As far as I am concerned, I am hopeless. But when I look at you, there is some hope. So Bhagavan, therefore I have come to you. Therefore, Trahi, Trahi, O Lord, protect me. And thus, he does this Dandavat Namaskar. And when Vibhishana falls like this, what happens to Bhagavan? Turata uthe Prabhu Harash Vishesha. When Bhagavan saw this, immediate, Bhagavan got up from his seat. He was extremely joyful, seeing this attitude of a person, absolutely humble, meek. This is what Bhagavan loves. What does Bhagavan love? Just the opposite of ego. Absolute humility, meekness, surrender, devotion. Bhagavan was extremely overjoyed. He got up immediately, ran to him. Deena bachana suni Prabhu mana bhava, bhuj visal gai hridaya lagava. With his huge arms, Bhagavan lifted him and hugged him. Anuja sahita mili dida vaidhari bole vachana bhagata bhayahari. Made him sit next to him along with Lakshmana, and then spoke these sweet words. Kahu Lankesh, O Lankesh, tell me. Not a Vishnu. Lankesh means what? King of Lanka. There you are. O King of Lanka. Tell, how are you? How is your family? Indeed, it's a wonder how you stay there amidst all these wicked people and still maintain your sanity. You see, remaining a devotee, maintaining the devotion, remaining amidst wicked people, how are you doing it? Then Bhagavan makes a very interesting statement. Baru bhala vasa naraka karadada dushta sangajani devi dada. It is far better to remain in hell than with wicked people. Why is it so? Wicked, extroverted, worldly people, it is terrible, it is even more dangerous than going to hell, it seems. You see, it is true also. In hell, what happens? You suffer. When you suffer, what happens? Papa kshaya happens. Correct? It is good. Mind becomes purified through suffering. So hell is a good place. Your uddhara happens. What happens with worldly people? Wicked people? Whatever little devotion you have, that also goes away. So, whatever punya you have, go away. Whatever, papa starts increasing. So, therefore, Bhagavan says, hell is better than the company of wicked people. How did you manage? So, at that time, Vibhishana says, Oh Lord, it's all because of your grace. Whoever thinks of your lotus feet remembers you. In such a heart, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya can never take root. All the negativities come when we forget you. Bhagwan, it is all because of your grace. As long as you are there in the heart, none of these negativities can roll over it. So it's all Bhagwan, your grace. Then Bhagwan says, Sunahu sakha nij kahau subha Jana bhusundi sambhu girija जो नर होई चराचर द्रोही आवेश भय शरणत की मोही. Bhagavan is describing his nature. There may be a person who is a rank sinner, committed all kinds of atrocities, but a change of heart happens and he comes to me. With all humility, he surrenders unto me. If he comes to me, I do this to him. What is that? Karau satyatehi sadhu samana. I immediately make him a saintly person, a virtuous person. I accept him, forgive his mistakes, and then very soon such a person becomes a sadhu. So which is that verse in Bhagavad Gita which reminds us of this? Apiche suduracharaha bhajate mamananya bhag sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha kshipram bhavati dharmatma Shashvachantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. So this verse is put here. Apiche sudurachara, not ordinary durachari. It's a sudurachari. Sudurachari means what? Rank sinner. He has committed all possible sins. Even such a person, bhajate ma, he turns to me. Ananya bhag, single pointedly. Such a person, sadhureva samantavya, he has to be considered a sadhu, good-hearted person. Samyak vyavasito hi saha, because he has taken the best decision of his life. The best decision in our life is turning to God in all meekness, surrender, humility. What will happen to that person? Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Very soon, Kshipram, he will become an embodiment of all virtues. Shashvat chantim nigacchati. He will attain absolute peace. Kaunteya pratijanihi. Oh Kaunteya, Arjuna, know for sure. This is my promise. Name bhaktaha pranashyati. My devotee shall never perish. Anyone who surrenders unto me, that person belongs to me. It is my responsibility to uplift him. So that verse is beautifully put here. So what is that devotion? Now here is a beautiful comparison. You see? We are attached to so many people in this world, isn't it? So every attachment is like a string. So we have taken that string and tied down to that. Every attachment is a bondage with a string. So what are the different strings we have? Janani, mother. Janaka, father. Bandhu, brother. Suta, son. Dara, wife. Tanu, physical body. Dhanu, wealth. Bhavana, house. Surat, friend. Parivara, family. Sabke mamata tag batori. So each of these we have a string attached, tied. So what does the devotee do? He takes all those strings, so individual strands of strings, Mama pada manahi bandha baridori. So he intertwines them and makes a rope out of it. All these strands. And then ties it at the feet of the Lord. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Each string is taken, intertwined, made a thick rope, and that rope, that devotee who ties onto my feet. This is what a true devotee should do. What does it mean? See, what it means is, in life, my first primary role should be devotee role. I am a devotee, that is first. I am a devotee who is a husband. I am a devotee who is wife. I am a devotee who is an employer, employee, father, mother. What is the first role? I am a devotee. So what is my first relationship? With God. Why God is given the primary importance? Because everything in my life has come from Him. So therefore, He first. What is the mistake we do? He is forgotten. All the other relationship becomes primary. Then that person is going to go through mess, suffering. That's the mistake we do. What should come first? Our relationship with God. I am alive because of Him. Everything has come because of Him. Therefore, He first. This is the meaning. So instead of getting attached to all the worldly relationship, my primary attachment should be with God. This is called a true devotee. Okay? So the one who ties that rope onto my feet. What happens to such a devotee? Samadarshi. He becomes Samadarshi. A person with equal vision. Because what is he seeing in others? Just like Bhagavan is residing in my heart, in every being, that very same Lord is residing. Whether it is birds, animals, human beings, Bhagavan himself is residing. So that vision gives him the vision of oneness. Samadarshi. Ichha kachunai. And therefore, he is not unhealthily attached to anyone, because his attachment is with God. The focus is upon God. Harasha shoka bhaya nahi manamahi. There is no elation when worldly success comes. There is no sorrow when worldly failure comes. And there is no fear also. So such a devotee, whose mind is always peaceful, because his vision is only upon the Lord, his focus is only upon the Lord. Such a devotee. Asa sajjan mama urbas kaise. Lobhi hridaya basai dhanu jaise. Such a devotee, he rules my heart. Just like wealth rules the heart of a greedy person, a money-minded person. A money-minded person thinks only of wealth everywhere, isn't it? Wherever he goes, whatever he does, constantly one thinking, how can I make money? He goes to temple, money, 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 money. Somebody comes, introduces himself, how much money I can get from him. He wants to get married. After marriage, how much will I get? The only daughter of a rich landlord. Yes. Okay, I don't want to see the girl also. This is called as money-mindedness. Everywhere he sees only money. So, his heart is ruled by thought of wealth. Bhagavan says, in the same way, that sajjan, that devotee, who has single-pointed devotion to me, he rules my heart. Maite teshu chapya. This term comes in Bhagavad Gita. I am in him, he is in me. That devotee is thinking of me and I am thinking of him. Vibhishana. Tum sari ke sant priya more, dharam deh nahi aanane hore. Oh Vibhishana, you are such a saintly person. It is for you. devotees like you that I take avatar and come. There is no other purpose. It is only for people like you. Saguna upasak parahita nirata niti dridhanema tenara prana samana mama jinake dvijapada prema. Those devotees, tenara prana samana mama, they are literally my life. I love them as my own life. Who are they? So some terms are given, very important terms. Those people who worship me, upasaka, parahita, who does everything for the welfare of all. Parahita nirata, niti dridhanema, firm in their was. Whatever they understand to be right, they just do it. Firm. Whatever they know it is wrong, they just don't do it. Irrespective of likes and dislikes, they just walk the path of righteousness. Such devotees who worship me, who live for the welfare of all, who have great devotion unto the feet of the saintly people, Dvija Pada Prem, holy people, those who are ever at the feet of the holy ones, they are equivalent to my very life. I love them. It is for them that I come. Sunu Lankesh, Sakala Gunatore, O Vibhishna, O Lankesh, you have all virtues. Tate Tuma Atishaya Priyamore. Therefore, I love you extremely. Though you have said that you are an embodiment of vices, this, that, etc. Vibhishna, I know who you are. Okay, what you do, I know. Because I am right there in your heart. I know everything about you. You may say all that, but I know you are an embodiment of all virtues. And therefore, I love you very much. And then when Vibhishna heard these words, Sunat Vibhishana Prabhuke Vani Nahi Abhat Shravanamrita Jani. These words, they were like nectar for Vibhishana. He was not satiated at all. He just again fell at the feet of Bhagavan. Pad ambujgahi barahi bara hridaya samadana prem apara. At that time, he fell again and again at the feet of the Lord. And he was not able to contain the joy of devotion. Just like a tsunami, it was coming from his heart, the joy. And in that, his eyes were filled with tears, there was gushing, and it is said that in that state, Sunahu Dev Sacharachara Swami Pranatapala Ura Antaryami Uragacha Prathama Vasanarahi Prabhupada Preeti Sarita Sobari. Bhagavan, whatever that little vasana was there, in this gush of devotion, everything has been washed clean. What that little vasanas, whatever was there, everything is clear now. So Bhagavan, now there is only one request I have. Ab kripal nija bhagati pavani dehu sada siva mana bhavani. Bhagavan, only request is, give that sanctifying devotion. Please bless me with that devotion unto your lotus feet. What did Bhagavan do? Evamastu tathastu. Bhagavan blesses Vibhishna with that devotion. Again all the monkeys, Jai Shri Ram. Right? Then Bhagavan said, Vibhishna, I know that you don't have any desire, but the very fact that you have the darshan of mine, that darshan cannot go as a waste. So he called, hey, who is there? Bring some water from the ocean. So that water was taken, Samudra Jala, and then Ramja Abhishek was done, declaring him to the king of Lanka. So Vibhishna was made Lankapati. Now both of them were called Griva and Vibhishna. Then Bhagavan said, see, now we have to cross the ocean. What do you suggest? The This ocean is filled with all kinds of dangerous aquatic creatures, crocodiles and fish and all kinds of things, snakes. How are we going to take all the monkeys across? What is your suggestion? So then Vibhishana said, "Oh Bhagavan, it is so easy for you. One arrow and the whole ocean will give way. You are so powerful. But then, according to me, the right contact will be, we will sit and pray to Samudra Devata. That will be the right thing. So that Samudra Devata will come and tell us what to do. I think that is the right way." Bhagavan said, "Okay, done." So Bhagavan spreads that darbha grass on the ocean and then he sits, fasting and praying unto Samudra Devata. Right. So now that scene will pause there. Another scene. Now, when Vibhishana had come with the two ministers, Ravana had secretly sent two spies to know what is happening there, how Vibhishana is treated. Two spies, and their names are Shuka and Sarana. Two spies. So they were watching all this. So they were in the form of monkeys, so nobody could detect them. When they saw all this, Bhagavan, blessing him and hugging him, making him sit next to, they were comparing this with what how Ravana treated Vibhishana. Kicking. Even though he was his own brother, he got kicking there. Here what did he get? He was made Lankesh. And seeing the virtues of Bhagavan, anyone who surrenders, I will give myself for that person. These two spies were completely transformed, seeing the virtues of the Lord. And they started discussing with each other the glory of Bhagavan. What a man! And in the process what happened? They forgot to remain in disguise. So actually they were in Rakshasa form, that was their original state. So in disguise they had come as monkeys. They forgot. So now two Rakshasas are discussing the glory of Bhagavan amidst monkeys. Suddenly the monkeys say, who are these? Got hold of them. And they took them to Sugriva. Sugriva said, "Oh, chop their nose and ears. Tie them and beat them properly." And they started giving blows. And both of them said, "Oh, please, in the name of Bhagavan, please don't do us anything." So he was taken to Lakshmana. Lakshmana laughed. He said, "Now, okay, fine, we forgive you. But now you have to become our messengers to Ravana. So I'm going to give a message for you." And then he wrote a message, gave it to these spies. Now they go back. And while going back, they are only, discussing the glory of Bhagavan. Total transformation had happened in them. So finally they go to Ravana. Ravana was waiting for them to hear the news about the enemy line. So Ravana asked, "Tell me, how is that fellow Vibhishana? What a big mistake he has done. Now he will be crushed like a worm in the grain. When you pound this rice, etc., sometimes some worms come. And that worm is also pounded. So in the same way, that fellow is now going to die, along with all those monkeys. And what about that army there? Or the monkeys, etc.? What is their strength? They are going to be the food. It is only because of this ocean that they are surviving now. Otherwise these Rakshasas would have gone and eaten them up. Okay, so 3 questions. One is about Vibhishana, the other is about army, the third is about Rama Lakshmana. Ravana would, even by mistake, he will never say Rama. He will never chant the name of God. He will say Tapasvi. What are those Tapasvis doing? He has taken a vow. That name I will not utter. Okay. So there was one person who had decided that I will not utter the name of God. So other person wanted him to utter that name. So he said, whose name you will not utter? So then this person, that name which you want me to utter. So Ravana was something like that. Those tapasis, what is their condition now? Have they ran away listening to my glory? So now the Shuka and Sarana explains, Lord, please listen without getting angry. Start. As far as Vibhishana is concerned, he has been coronated as the king of Lanka. That is the kind of reception he got there. Number one. And as far as the army is concerned, it's just unbelievable, the size of this army. Billions, millions and billions of monkeys are ready to attack Lanka. In fact, oh Lord, that monkey who came and burned the Lanka, he is the weakest among all. And they were not exaggerating, because what did they see? Hanuman was sitting quietly in a corner. He was not taking any active participation. So naturally they concluded, this monkey is the weakest one. Hanumanji always remains quiet, silent in a corner. Only when some responsibility comes he takes, otherwise he is absolutely silent. Backstage worker. So he said, oh Lord, that monkey who burned, he was also there, but he is the weakest among everyone. And these monkeys are extremely powerful. Each and every monkey is capable of winning you single-handedly. That is the kind of strength. They are very powerful. The spirit is so much that they were saying, I will drink the entire ocean and dry up the ocean, or we will fill this ocean with hillocks and mountains and build a bridge. This is what they are saying. Such is the power, such is the confidence level. It's unbelievable. So this is with respect to the army. As far as Rama is concerned, oh Lord, his strength is just unbelievable. His bala and buddhi, whether it is his strength or whether it is his intelligence, is unbelievable. Now, at present, this is the state. He has asked advice from Vibhishana, and acting according to the wise guidance of Vibhishana, now he is doing tapas there, sitting on Darba grass, praying for Samudra Devata to give way. And when this was said, Ravana laughs. Ha ha ha. Now I understood the power of Rama. The very fact that he is begging in front of ocean, that shows that he has no power. The very fact that he is taking the help of monkeys, that shows that he has no power. So Bala is gone. Buddhi is also gone. The very fact that he was asking Vibhishana what to do, that means no Buddhi also. Now I understand. He is Buddhihina, Balahina. And Ravana started laughing. But the Shuka did not feel like laughing. He said, oh Lord, fine, please read this message. Message given by Lakshmana. So what was that message? Oh fool, don't entertain yourself with all these, useless words. If you remain hostile to the Lord, even Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara cannot protect you. As far as you are concerned, you have two choices. Either become a bee or become a firefly. Become a bee, remain at the lotus feet of the Lord. Lotus, be. That is what is good for you. But if you choose to become a firefly, then get burned in that fire of arrows which Bhagavan is going to shower upon you. You have only two choices. Either be a bee or a. Then the Shuka says, "Oh Lord, what is good for you is this. Surrender to Bhagavan. His strength is unimaginable. The best thing you can do is surrender." And Ravana was very angry. He does the same thing to the Shuka also. Kicks him. He receives the blow. Actually, the Shuka was a great Rishi who was cursed by Agastya Rishi, because of which he became this Rakshasa. So the atonement, Agastya Rishi himself says that a time will come and Ravana will kick you. And that time you will be free from this curse. So he was waiting for this. He got the kick. He became a Rishi. So he bowed down, he left and went to his ashram. So there ends the story of Shuka. Fine. Now coming back. Here Bhagavan is sitting and praying in front of Samudra Devata. Now it's almost 3 days and there was absolutely no response from Samudra Devata. At that time Bhagavan's become angry. And then he makes a statement here. The Lord says, "Lakshmana, bring my bow and arrow." And he says, "These things are futile, useless." What are they? Sathasana binaya kutilasana priti. All these things are useless. Humility in front of an arrogant person. Don't show your humility. That arrogant person will not value it. He will consider it as your weakness. Humility in front of arrogant person. Kutilasana priti, the crooked, wicked fellow. Don't try to be friendly with him. He will misuse you. He will misuse your relationship, friendship, your goodness. He will misuse you. Sahaja kripanasana sundara niti. Glorifying charity in front of a person who is a miser. He will never give anything to you. All your efforts will be wasted. Mamata ratasana jnana kahani. All the scriptural knowledge given to a person who is totally attached to the world, it is not going to bear any fruit. Ati lobhi sana birati bakhani. A greedy man and you are glorifying vairagya. It won't work. Krodhayi sama. A person who is boiling with anger, you are talking to him about the virtues of, about the benefits of peaceful mind. He will never understand the value of peace. Kamihi harikatha. A person who is lusty, you are you are doing harikatha in front of him, it won't work. Usar bij vaim phalajatha. It is like sowing seed in barren land, meaning absolutely useless. All these efforts are absolutely useless, like sowing seed in a barren land. So therefore, all our this tapasya, prayer, etc. is not going to work. Therefore, Lakshmana, bring my bow and arrow. And then Bhagavan fixes Agneyastra. What is Agneyastra? Fire arrow. Yes, arrow of fire. And the moment it was fixed, inside this ocean, this, what do you call that? There is something called submarine fire. The fire inside the ocean. It starts erupting. Bhagavan had not yet shot, he had just placed it. And the fire started erupting from within the ocean. And these aquatic creatures, they started becoming miserable in that heat. And at that time, Samudra Devata comes in the form of a Brahmana, terrified, with a beautiful golden tray filled with all gems and jewels and all that. He comes in. He bows down to Bhagavan. He says, Bhagavan, please forgive me. If at all I have hurt you, please forgive me. But Bhagavan, in a way, how can you blame us? This is the way you have created us. All these 5 elements. What are the 5 elements? Akasha, space, Vayu, air, fire, Agni, Jala, water and Prithvi. Bhagavan, these 5 elements, you only have made them inert. So they don't have any choice. They behave according to their nature, and that nature is decided by you. So in the same way, you have made this ocean this way. So therefore, you can't blame us. We are behaving according to the nature given by you. Bhagavan, but even then, if I have heard, please forgive. He came. And listening to all these words, Bhagavan also went, okay, Baba, poor man. So Bhagavan's anger also vanishes. Then Bhagavan said, okay, fine, now how to cross this ocean? So then some of the others said, Bhagavan, in your army there are 2 brothers. What are their names? Nala and Neela. So they have been blessed by the rishis that whatever they put into this ocean, it will float. So this is the only thing you need to do. Let them put all these rocks, etc. Those rocks will float, and I will also do my best to keep them together and make a bridge out of it, and you can easily cross over. This is the best way. Why unnecessarily kill all those aquatic creatures and all that? Bhagavan said, yes, that is the right thing. So in this way, Bhagavan, I need not break my nature also. You things. What the aquatic creatures are also having. This is a win-win situation. So Bhagavan said, yes, may that be so. So with this, Sundara Kanda gets over. Okay, building the bridge and all comes in the next canto. So, Sundara Kanda is over, but Swamiji, another 20 minutes are there. What are you going to do? I have a plan. So at the end of Sundara Kanda, there is this Falashruti. So what is the Falashruti? Sakala Sumangaladayaka Raghunayaka Gunagan Sadara Sunahite Tarahi Bhava Sindhu Vina Jalajan Siyavar Ramachandra Ki Jai Pavan Sutta Hanuman Ki Jai Umapati Mahadev Ki Jai Guru Bhai Sab Santan Ki Jai Sakala Sumangaladayaka Raghunayaka Gunagan. This is the most auspicious thing. What is it? Singing the glories of the Lord. Sakala Sumangal. It will bring you everything. Material prosperity, spiritual evolution. You ask and it will come. This most auspicious thing. Sadara Sunai. With all faith, devotion, those people who listen to this, what will happen to them? Te tarahi bhava sindhu. They cross over this ocean of samsara. Bina jalajan, without any ship. We don't need any ship to cross over. Just listen to it with all Shraddha Bhakti. That's all what is needed. So therefore this Sundara Kanda Parayan, very many people do. Some of them do every day. Some mission centers also they do during Ram Navami and all that. So it's full of devotion. Nature of Bhagavan, nature of Bhakti, nature of Bhakta, everything is seen here. So now, let us look into a symbolic meaning of the whole thing. There are various stories, but this is something which is beautiful. So it is all a story about ourselves. What is the symbolic story? So we are all Vibhishanas. Who is Vibhishana in the beginning? He is in Lanka. Who is the ruler of Lanka? Ravana. Who is Ravana? Our own ego. Okay. A person who is ruled by ego, he will be in an island. Sri Lanka is an island, separated from the mainland. A person who is ruled by ego, though he is remaining in the world, he will feel so lonely. An egoistic person always feels lonely because he has created an island for himself. It's just not that ego will not allow him to mingle with others. Ego is a boundary. Right. Who are we? Vibhishana, Jivatma. So in such a person's life, Sita Mata represents peace. That peace will be bound. There is no peace. Because Sita Mata was miserable. Under the rule of the ego, a person in whose life ego rules, that person will be miserable. Just like Sita Mata. And such a person will be away from God. Ravana is a 10-headed monster. What are the 10 heads? Pancha Jnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas. So he thinks that this is all life is all about. Whatever I see, whatever I hear, that alone is reality. And to gain happiness, use your Karmendriyas, use your Jnanendriyas. That is called as 10-headed monster called Ravana. Miserable existence. Then comes Hanumanji into the life of Vibhishana. Who is Hanuman? Guru. Guru Sthana. Yes, the moment a Guru comes in our life, then there is a complete transformation. That is a turning point of life. The right understanding is given about life. And it is this Guru who inspires us in the path of spirituality, clears all our doubts, gives us a goal to strive for. Otherwise we have only worldly goals. It is a Guru who gives us a spiritual goal and inspires. And that's what exactly happens here. And it is this Hanumanji who inspires Vibhishana to come and surrender to Bhagavan. Right. Now see, it is not that Bhagavan who went to Vibhishana, it is Vibhishana who went to Bhagavan. In the same way, we have to go to God. We have to surrender. The first step should be from our side. Allowing Bhagavan to enter into our life. Seeking God in life. That's why Vishnu goes to Bhagavan. Bhagavan is a very democratic person. You know what? He says, as long as you don't allow me into your life, I will not enter your life. Because it is your life. You are the boss. You have to open the door. Then I can come. Otherwise, I can only wait outside. If I have to enter into your life, you will have to open the door for me. If you don't open, I will wait outside. That's all I can do. I can't do anything else. So the first step is from the devotee. Saying, Bhagavan, please enter into my life. I want you. Then Bhagavan will do everything. So this is what we find Vibhishana going to Ravana. Vibhishana going to Bhagavan. And what is Bhagavan's nature? He accepts everyone. He loves everyone. Never will he say, no, you are not qualified, get out. He will never say that. He will accept everyone. That is Bhagavan's nature. Right. Then what happens? It is Bhagavan who kills Ravana. In the same way, Jivatma cannot destroy his ego. No way. We cannot destroy our ego. It is Bhagavan who destroys the ego completely. Jivatma by itself cannot destroy the ego. It's Bhagavan's grace which destroys the ego by giving knowledge. But Bhagavan cannot destroy the ego unless we assist him in doing. Our cooperation is necessary. That's why we find that in story, when Bhagavan was trying to kill Ravana, Ravana was not dying. Finally it is Vibhishana who says, Bhagavan, shoot the arrow right into their heart. Any amount of chopping his head will not do. Pierce his heart. It is Vibhishana who reveals all the secrets to Bhagavan to kill Ravana. But Vibhishana by himself could not kill. It is Bhagavan who kills. The aham vritti can be destroyed only by aham. This is Vedanta. Aham vritti is ego. Ahaminashavajamantaya Sfuratirutsvayam Paramapurnasa. That's a different topic. So, Bhagavan kills Ravana. And after Ravana is killed, what happens? Sita Mata goes and joins Bhagavan. Actually, Sita Mata belongs only to Bhagavan. Sita Mata means bliss. Bliss, happiness, contentment. It is the nature of Satchidananda Atma. It is not the nature of Ravana. So Ravana can never possess Sita. It is only Bhagavan. His nature is bliss. Ananda Swarupa is. So Sita Mata goes and merges with Bhagavan. And what happens to Vibhishana? He becomes a ruler of Lanka. In the same way, such a Mahatma in whom ego is completely vanquished, destroyed. One who is ruled by the Supreme Self. He becomes a ruler of the mind and the senses. He becomes a master of the mind and the senses. That is the meaning, becoming a ruler of Lanka. Sthita Prajna Lakshana. Indriyas, mind, senses, everything under his control. That is being a ruler. Right. So this is a symbolic meaning. And then what happens? Bhagavan brings Sita Mata to Ayodhya. What is Ayodhya? Yuddha. There is no conflict. Yuddha means conflict. That state where you reach where there is no conflict at all. You attain eternal peace. So this is a symbolic meaning. Various ways you can think, but this is one of the beautiful ways of thinking. Right. So I sincerely invoke the grace of the Lord. May we develop this kind of devotion to Bhagavan. I sincerely thank the entire Peoria Chitmaya Mission family members who have organized this Jnanetya beautifully well. The Sevaks, the volunteers. You have a very good family here, Chitmaya family. Okay. Because I have seen so many centers, therefore I am telling you. So always remain together like this. The spirit of love, with having a common goal of welfare of all. So then what happens? Atmano mokshartham jagat hitaya cha. You also evolve and the world is also benefiting. So I thank all of you for the successful completion of this Jnana Yajna. All of you are most welcome to Chicago Center also. Okay? So the center where I stay is called Yamunotri. There are two centers where we have our own place, Badri and Yamunotri. In Badri we have Swami Sharanaj. Yamunotri I am there. So whenever you come there, you are most welcome. Okay. Okay. So now we will wind up with a bhajan. सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो सीताराम बिना कोई प्यारा नहीं सीताराम बिना कोई प्यारा नहीं राधे श्याम बिना कोई अपना नहीं राधे श्याम बिना कोई अपना नहीं सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो 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 सीताराम बिना सुख कौन करे राधे श्याम बिना दुख कौन हरे राधे श्याम बिना दुख कौन हरे सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो 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 सीताराम बिना बेड़ा पार नहीं सीताराम बिना बेड़ा पार नहीं राधे श्याम बिना उद्धार नहीं राधे श्याम बिना उद्धार नहीं सीताराम कहो राधे श्याम कहो 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 राधे श्याम कहो राधे श्याम कहो ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः।